All right, good morning, guys. It's check day 6 of our 2025 Beaver Palooza. This little creek has been giving us nothing but fits, but I started off with a caster mount here with a drowning rod, and they just did not want to commit to it at all. Why, I have no clue. So we have a trail camera here hanging because I've been trying to get some pretty cool footage of a good catch, and the beaver ended up, he'd come up along the side of this log, come over, work my mound, and then back out the same way. So I ended up putting a 330 right there, and then he would not come up through there. So what I ended up doing here is I pulled the drowning rod and put a cable in with a PA legal Bridger number 5, and just gave them a little bit more wide open space to connect. And last night, shortly after we got home, we thought we caught them and we didn't, but it was a little bit later, right around midnight last night, I finally got footage of the camera. We caught them. So I didn't have deep enough water here to drown them. I just had to dispatch them here, but just got them dispatched, and I'm going to go out here and bring them in. So looks like a decent beaver. Yeah, probably mid-30s, maybe 40-pounder. He got himself wrapped up. I don't know, he's out to the stake, that's why. And he is the one that Craig caught. So Craig had a ring off in here the very first day. We were pretty disappointed. I know he was. But we honestly didn't think we'd see this guy again. And there he is. So we picked him up. Decent beaver. Like I said, he might hit 40 pounds. So thanks, guys. We're going to keep checking. All right, so we're out here on this same swamp. I just caught that beaver right over in there. And I think we're dealing with at least one more educated beaver. I think somebody had snuck in here and maybe wised them up a little bit. But this set right here Ryan's putting in is just an absolute killer set for beaver, for especially hard-headed beaver that don't want to work your sets. This is a set that can work real well, and I'm going to let Ryan explain what's going on here.
So we're upwind right now of the hut. So the wind is going to carry all the scent from where we are standing here down to where they're living. They're coming up through, there's a channel back here, and all over through here is where they're coming to feed. So they're already coming this way anyway, along with a good wind direction. I'm going to put this post in, this snare post. So the way I rig it up is I go out and I test fit it. I jam it down into where I think I'm going to need to be, mark it, go back out, or come back here. Now twist 2 separate wires and for my snare support. And I got the tail ends with the swivels. I've already got an extension cable out there anchored off to something pretty solid. I'll use a quick link.
Quick link.
Yeah, I'll use a quick link, and I'll quick link that to the extension cable I have there. And assuming the water line is about here, about a 1.5 foot up somewhere, I'll smear some caster so it goes that way. They're going to come investigating. If I can get a couple leaning sticks to help guide them through, I'll do that. It's not necessary. We'll see how it is when I get over there and get this thing finished up. But let me get over there, we'll cut this off, I'll get her set up, and then we'll turn it back on. Okay, we'll get right back with you guys. All right, we're back. Ryan got this set up, and I'm going to let him explain what's going on here. We're only going to run this for maybe 1 or 2-night check. So that's why I kind of put the guiding in there. Typically I wouldn't. I'd want as little disturbance to the area as possible. We're set up, we're tied off, tagged, and hooked up with a quick link. Got the snares set how I want them. I got the supports in. I've seen people tie off to the bottom of this post, and it's real mucky down there, and that's in there a good ways. I'm not saying that it wouldn't work. I like to err on the side of caution and always give a sturdier support, stronger support. And this is one of the reasons why I made Beaver Slayer with the consistency that I did for doing this set. Or if you get a tree leaning out over the water, you can snare that and put a leaning stick so that you'll have this area where the water is. You put your snare in there and you put your caster on the underside. I found a lot of casters like to roll off. They're more liquid and stuff like that. This is a peanut buttery consistency. So I'll go from the water line, give it a foot and a half right there, and I'll just smear it on like peanut butter. Do a little dab over here. That's not going anywhere. So that caster scent's gonna head that way. If there's anything left in here, it's gonna get fired up and come this way. Be swimming around in the snare tomorrow.
And like you were saying, they're more comfortable in the water than coming up on land. So
yeah, this is their home turf. This is their comfort zone, is being in the water. So
yep, absolutely.
Far more, in my experience, they're far more likely to investigate a caster lured set while in the water as opposed to out. Like this is a slam dunk set. I love it. We got some trail cams. Let's see if I can find a spot to rig one up in here so we can see if we can get some good footage. You know, whether we get a catch or not, you know, we'll see what happens. But at least you can see how they work this set.
Yep.
So, all right, later on.
All right, well, we're here at the next stop where I just caught my beaver, and we're in here on a good dispersal creek, and looks like there's some fur there at the end of the rod. So Ryan's gonna pull her out here and we're gonna check it out.
Yeah, we had a caster mount here and made a catch before, but on this point, that's where they were cruising. So shifted her down here. Boy, that thing's got it wallowed out down there. Can you see that on the camera?
Hey. Oh yeah, he probably drowned himself. There you go. 2-year-old. Heck yeah, buddy. Nice job. All right, well, we're going to take a picture here, and we're going to keep checking, guys. Thanks.
Well, here we are back at Craig's daily beaver pickup. Once again, just to reiterate to everybody, if you're looking for a good spot for a 330, you take a step to your right, or backwards, I guess. You got this tree that comes down. This is the only easy, clear route. The 330 fits perfect right there, and it's had action every day. So this looks like to be a good beaver. Oh yeah. Real nice head. Look at that tail. Look at that. All right. Well, we'll get the set remade and down the line.
All right, guys. Well, yesterday we pulled some sets, and we got word of some beaver down here along this township road. And so yesterday like I said, we pulled them and came down in here and threw a few sets in, and Ryan put a caster mount in here.
This was an existing.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Okay. So
I just threw some of my caster on it.
nice. So there's a beaver down there at the end of the rod. So we're gonna check her out here. Oh, heck yeah.
That's not a bad beaver.
No, not bad at all. Absolutely. Probably mid-30s if I had to guess. So
Held on by a couple toes.
yeah,
Got lucky there.
sure did. But it got him. So all right, well, we're gonna get a couple pictures here, and we're gonna go check some more sets. All right, so we're in here, same property. Ryan just caught that one, and a couple bank ends, but one's right here and one's right there. Ryan put a set there, I put one here, and picked up a beaver in this one. So another good one. So it is. Yeah, it is another probably mid-30s beaver, maybe pushing 40. So we're gonna get this thing remade, and we'll check back with you. Thanks, guys.